Yes, please. That sounds amazing. And so this is Antty, my good friend, and he's also here from Estonia. Estonians are pretty high tech, you might say, and they know where most lucrative technology lies today. Quite plenty of Estonians have now taken this information. We are happy about it, and one of the very first production units outside of Thailand will be in Estonia. So I'll let Antty take over, and I'll get back to you explaining some of the things about technology and also about how nothing changes for those people who are buying the actual fuel from us. All right.
Thank you, Erik. Thank you. I'm gonna take 2 minutes to just invest into the short part to introduce myself. As Erik already told, my name is Antty. I'm from Estonia, and I have 4+ years of experience in network marketing industry. But actually, I was 8 months off the business because we decided to start our own company. We manage call fund in Estonia. We trade in forex market. We have around 350,000 euro and producing approximately 10 to 15% profit every month. And my very good friend Martin, he came here with the part of oil, and then he was instantly sold, and he told me that, hey, listen, come here. This business is good. He already sent me the video, but I just skipped it through and told him I'm not interested. My focus is in our company, and your focus should be also here. And then days passed, and he called me again, and he told me, Antty, you need to be here. This is something different. This is something so big, so unique. You have never seen such concept before. Everybody I told, they love it. Here is my credit card. Come here. I will cover everything. So I came here with zero information. And the moment I came here, I arrived here. I came to Toronto. I met some leaders, also Azad, Tonta, other people, and I heard their story, and I was sold instantly.
So plenty of the people in this room as well are invited by Antty over here, and they're all just doing the work and trying to take this to their countries as much as possible, to take a big market share from each and every country.
Yeah, basically, I'm very thankful for Martin, because I believe this is the best decision whole in my life. And yeah, we put in every day around 16 to 18 hours a day. And I personally have already accomplished more within these 3 weeks than I accomplished with half a year in the last company. We are really creating momentum here, and I'm going to show you why we are so fired here. So I believe that you have all seen that short video, right, Erik?
I believe so, yes.
Alrighty. Here, so you can see perfectly. So here we have our network marketing company called Cloud Horizon. Its CEO is Frank Ricketts. He has over 46 years of experience in network marketing industry. He has a network of size of millions of people, and he also has a company which is on the stock exchange and worth of 1 billion euro. So he has a social media platform called CCW, cryptocommunityworld.com. It's 9 years old company, over 9 million customers over there, over 10,000 different online products, online services, merchants. And the main point of this social media platform is that people can save money. They can get different very good deals, cashback, also attending the auctions, get the high technology devices for very good price, etc., etc., etc. But I'm not gonna stay here for too long. Yes,
except for, I might want to just mention to you, I know the profiles. So CCW, this site it was the number 95 most visited page on the planet, also 3 years ago. Now we plan to do, for it to rise way higher than the 95th position. And this is because they have made major contracts happen. So we can have cash back from booking.com, from AliExpress, from Lufthansa, from a lot of various companies. So therefore, yes, but this is only a side product that we have, which makes life even better inside this ecosystem. So I'll let him continue.
Thank you, Erik. So in our social media platform, there are different services, products, and they have put into our packages, which we can buy there. And the biggest one is the 5,000 euro. The next one is 2,500, 1,000, 500, and 165. They all contain the products and services which can be used in our social media platform, CCW. And after purchasing those packages, you already save money, because if you buy them separately, you will pay more. But buying those as a package, you will save money. And on top of that, company is giving you, as the customer of Cloud Horizon, he is giving you for totally free our free promotional tokens called ORT Plus, or Antty Plus tokens. And this is really important thing to understand. This concept here allows Cloud Horizon as a company to invest into SEPCO Industries technology. Not as you as an individual. You are not investing into cryptocurrency. You are not buying cryptocurrency. You are buying online real products, real services, and through Cloud Horizon, we are promoting indirectly Antty Plus to be able to invest our 100% net profit into SEPCO technology, SEPCO industry. And Cloud Horizon and SEPCO made agreement for the 50 key plants, which they are going to build all over the world. Of course, one key plant can't cover the whole country. Actually, one key plant can cover only 100,000 people's plastic waste, which means 5 days ago we signed agreement with Uzbekistan government, and their population is 32 million. So within the next 15 years, they are going to build their 320 plants. And this is just only one country. Right now, as Erik also told, we are doing work to build the first one in Estonia also. They have already acquired the licenses required, needed, and also to Finland. There is one really big petrol company who has one of the biggest in the whole Balticum. He has over 1,400 locations over there, and they are going to build 100 key plants there. And another one is in Thailand. And the reason why they are building it and why so many, yes, in one side we do good, we remove this plastic pollution, this plastic waste, we fight against it, but plastic goes in from one side and liquid coal, wealth, high quality fuel comes out from the other side. And actually one machine can make 1 to 2 million profit per year. If we are talking about Uzbekistan market, it's approximately 320 million euro per year, 1 year profit. And that's what is great about it. And so, just to make clear you understood everything, our network marketing company, Cloud Horizon, has its own social media platform, CCW. We as networkers are promoting products and services which customers can use in CCW platform, and indirectly we are promoting ORTP, which allows Cloud Horizon as a company to invest into SEPCO industry. And now, how investors can get back is something called blockchain. And there we have our own token called ORTP, which is official currency of the fuel. And now, right now, the price is 0.02 euro cents. And now is one really important thing you must understand. This price is not driven by the size of the network. There is no difference. If the network size is 100,000 people, the price is the same. If we have 500,000 people in the network, the price is still the same. If we have even 5 million people in the network, the price is 0.02 euro cents. The only way this currency of the fuel will grow is when the company grows, when he opens more plants all over the world, when it produces more oil, more fuel. It creates a great demand for it. And that means that this price will go up only because we produce more fuel. I hope you will understand that. And now I'm gonna lead for Erik, so he can explain you more about the details, how much fuel we are producing out of this plastic, and also how the system works, how the ORT plus price is driven up. So yeah.
All right, thank you, Antty.
Yeah,
and
you're welcome.
so right off the bat, I would like to tell you that we are now pretty much 1.5 months into working with this company, and we have put in over 275,000 members. And so most of them are going to be making quite intense amounts of money as well. But so it is really, really worth it to find out about the network marketing side of it all. Although you can also represent the bigger investments. One machine costs 3 million euros. You can represent that to a bigger investor. Now, a machine produces, depending on the workforce cost of per country, then around 1.5 million to even 2 million euros per year. So it goes into pluses. Let's say it takes 6 months for you to reach the stage where it's implemented in your country to start actually producing fuel. Then the payoff period is after 2.5 years. All right, it goes into major pluses then. And so the bigger investors, they can come in 3 ways, right? They can take a share of 70% or 30% of a company shared with SEPCO Industries, and they can then have a residual very good income based on also the fact that every machine which is launched, the banks, I sat down with the CEO of one of the major Thai banks as well, right here behind this table. That was close to 2 months ago, and he confirmed as well. Definitely, they are giving financing for 2 machines extra for every machine that has been launched, because they know that these machines, they know what these machines are producing. So that's between 15,000 and 18,000 liters per day. And so the first 50 machines in strategic locations all over the world, they will be producing 22.5 million liters per month. And so calculations can be done all the way, and it's pure mathematics also how this token rises in value. And by the way, however you feel about the cryptocurrency sphere or tokenization, that this is basically a share of the company. And this is also the only token that I know which will have a weekly guaranteed demand for this token at any price. I will explain to you how nothing changes also for the fuel buyers. They still just put their euros or dollars on the escrow account. What happens next is none of their concern, but through the tokenization as the official payment method for SEPCO Industries, then this token rises in value and has a demand anyways at any given price of the public market. So this is the plus. Okay, but now about technology. So when it comes to SEPCO, then well, Serena over here on this call from Thailand, she might know the Kuala Lumpur University, correct?
Yeah.
So Kuala Lumpur is named after a king, and it's one of the top universities of Thailand. So with their 18 years of support into research, into development of those particular machines, which are now 5 generations in, then in the year 2003, after they had already been developing and having those laboratories for 3 years, they came out with Generation 1. And Generation 1, that was capable of producing per day out of 4,000 kilograms, about 1,000 liters of fuel. That fuel, which came out 15 years ago, and which is, by the way, still today producing profit for the company, which is sold to the biggest Thai bus company out there as well for many years now. This was not as near pure the fuel that is coming out today from the Generation 5, all right, which can be implemented straight away to buses and trucks and so on. And so that was the case 15 years ago. And it was a batch system. You had to load it manually, and it took a lot of space as well. Now, Generation 5 is one specific box, and it's really taking a very less space as well. And what it's capable of doing, ladies and gentlemen, is to produce from 20,000 kilograms per day, about 15 to 18,000 liters of premium diesel fuel. And so that is also having a definition by the European Union, for example. There are definitions by other areas as well, but this is now advanced biofuel. And with this, there's a requirement, even by EU, saying that by the year 2021, there has to be at least 1.5% of the whole consumption of the European Union via this recycled fuel. And if the whole consumption is 340 billion liters per year for the European Union, then that means they need to somehow produce 5 billion liters. There's some companies who are using pyrolysis today, but they are having a second generation, third generation machine maybe, and they have no strategy. They are just making a little bit of profit here and there, and they are not thinking big. They're not thinking towards saving the planet. But we have the strategy in place to provide those amounts by the year 2021 as well, at least a very large share of that. So this is the way to create more than 1.5 million euros of turnover / profit per year, right? Now, also, the most important part here, I think whoever is looking for a mission statement, right, is that number one, Generation 5, it is, the whole process is with 0 carbon footprint. It is absolutely doing nothing bad for the environment. The only side products are heat and a bit of coal, and that is it. So that is the advancement, number one. And the impact, number two, is that the fuel which is coming out and can be applied, as I mentioned, straight away, then it is much less in the amounts of sulfur dioxide, carbon dioxide, and carbon monoxide. So in 3 ways, it is immensely less harmful for the atmosphere as well than the regular fossil fuel, which is pumped out from the ground. All right, so also important to note, I mean, the tokenization process, right? So how this one works is that for many decades now, the buyer of the fuel, they always have their regular fiat currencies like the euro, the yen, the baht, the dollar, and so they have their broker also. The broker from the buyer's side. Now there's also a broker from the seller's side, yes? So just like they have done for a long time, the buyer puts their money on an escrow account. And this is the regular money. What happens next is something that they don't even see. Even if they are aware that it goes through a tokenization process, that these are being converted via Eltron X, the exchange that has already been on the market for 10 years, number one. They are specialized in tokens which are actually backed up by something more than just fresh air. And so Eltron X is the one which is, via this broker here, turning, for example, the US dollar into the ORTP coin, the token that is. And SEPCO Industries over here, they are more than happy to accept ORTP as the only official payment method to buy every liter of fuel from SEPCO. And so this has been done, and SEPCO releases the fuel for that money which has been put here. So after the fuel has been given out, then the escrow gets released and everybody's happy. And so this is the true charm about this setting. So normally when you develop something on the blockchain, when you put value on the blockchain, then whoever is the customer, the intermediator, the trader, they need to adapt. They need to change the way they are purchasing, the way they are doing business, but not with us. Absolutely nothing changes for those customers who are buying that fuel. And for example, we have ST1 from the Nordics. They have 1,400 gas stations. They are already one of the customers that we have for the fuel. And we have other customers as well for it, of course. And so it will even be put on the blockchain. We have so many motivated customers for that fuel. Why? Because many of them are polluters themselves. Others, they are tamping, they are maybe misusing people's personal data. They have done something which is not exactly adorable or acceptable for the planet. And they want their name. By the way, we already have an ERC20 token for the ORTP, right? Which enables also smart contracts. They want their name, their company name, to be displayed over there as a customer, which we can do, so that they can say, we are also now helping to clean the planet from plastic pollution, the number 2 disaster out there. And so the motivation from that side is absolutely there. And once they apply even 10% of our fuel in their regular fuel, then globally, they either pay 0 tax or they pay much less tax than they normally pay, all right? So many of those companies, and especially let's say airliners, which pay a lot of tax for polluting the atmosphere, they will be making money when buying our fuel. They're not saving money, they're making money. So this demand for our fuel will not discontinue. It will go on and on and on. Every liter will be bought through that token. So it's a utility token and it has something real behind it. So what I'm asking you to do is definitely attend our event on the 23rd of February, after which there's the workshops on the 24th of February, both in Pattaya. And on the 25th of February, I believe we will be financing the transportation and everything to transport people from Bangkok and from Pattaya to the factory. So everybody can see, touch, and understand what kind of work has been put into it. So from every angle, I mean, from the network side, there has been so much of information flow, exchange, and millions of airline miles which were traveled so that they could come up with this concept now, which will change the paradigm of this industry, I think, forever. And also from the side of SEPCO Industries and Kuala Lumpur University, if you put this effort by person, this 18 years combined between all those people per person, I think it's several hundred years of research and development which has been put into it. So please, let's try to respect that. Let's try to definitely be in Bangkok on the 23rd up until the 26th morning, I would say, because on the 25th, you would have 2 hours to get to the SEPCO factory, then another 2 hours to come back, and about 3 hours alongside SEPCO owners, Dr. Mehta and Jay, and also with Jonas Waddenholm, the COO, as your accompanying people to tell you everything about every aspect connected to the research and technology. All right, so would any of you have also any questions at this point?